Good night, fellow punchers. Mickey D with you here on Sunday night, about 7:45. This is take two. I was about a minute into the first one and a fella bursted in. I'm in a smoking area here in, what happened there? It won't be take three. I'm going to rattle on. A bit later than I thought, about 7:45. I had a couple of matches today, and then I was on the phone for about an hour to a man afterwards, and met a couple of chatting football out the bar. First time ever I umpired 2 matches in one day. Body is a bit tired today. Long day yesterday, left at 5:20 yesterday morning. The house got home at just after 1 last night, which was well worth it. Absolutely fantastic day. I wish I could bring the bus to where I was yesterday and bring everybody on it. It would be absolutely brilliant. I put up 3 or 4 bits of recordings that I'd done, but I have a good few more, and I'm going to get a fella who has promised me he'll stitch them together, or we might have it up during the week sometime. He said he'll try anyway, so all we can try. There's a lot of it that people I'd love to see, I think. And but a great day in Gordon. Backed 4 or 5 winners. 4. The one that really that the punchers was Natural Luck. I remember strongly that we were big on it the last time, a 3-point win when there was a gamble of Tony Mullins and Danny Mullins that bet us, and that was over 2 miles, and they stepped up to 2-4 suited. But I couldn't put it up yesterday morning because I thought it unfair, because people was giving out the last time. They were not happy with me, so I'd have to come up with a different plan, I was saying, rather than, I don't like offending anyone. But the phone went dead after, I think, the 5th race, because I done a sort of a commentary or bits of commentary on the first 3 or 4 races. So we'll, after Easy Games won, and I had a good chat with him actually yesterday morning. We were having the crack with Easy Game. You'll see that later in the one that we put up, hopefully. But anyway, I didn't do anything for today. I see Moss Tucker. I didn't see any racing either. See Moss Tucker was 5th. And Tinner each way, I'm at 40-1 actually, just for old time's sake. Anyway, tomorrow, I said I'd do this because to give other people on the bus a chance to put up what they might feel tomorrow. I thought in the 3:12 at Windsor tomorrow, that Wahraan for Michael Stout, Richard Kingscourt is riding. It was in a better class race. The last was the class 2. Searan, the good horse run it. It was third, and it was 1.5 miles on soft ground, and there's better good to soft in places, because it won on good to firm previously last year. It's the second run back, and I thought, I don't know what price it is, that we could back that tomorrow, maybe a 2-point win. And there's a novice chase tomorrow in Tipperary, the 405. I normally don't go near novices, but there's only the dead 8 in it, and I thought Flash to Touzain at 9-1 was a bit overpriced. It's rated 122, and 2 runs back over distance similar to tomorrow's. It was second to a pretty decent sort, I thought. And then the last time they stepped up to 3 mile, and I thought the distance sort of couldn't do itself justice. So when you're rated 122 as a novice, you're not too bad. It has 4 runs, a bit of experience. So maybe a pint each way on that at 9-1. Particularly if the dead 8 comes in. Anyway, I won't say much more about what stuff with yesterday, but I will hopefully be able to comment on. I didn't see a lot of the comments either. I had no time to get back to some of them yesterday. And when I was doing those videos, you see the battery, even though I have a new phone and it was 100%, it was down to about 13 or 14% yesterday. And I couldn't take a risk. I had to keep the phone alive a bit when you're driving a bus. You see, you can't be for fear anything might happen, But great day out anyway, and everyone thoroughly enjoyed it. Didn't meet Willie Mullins or Patrick Mullins at all. They weren't around. And I don't think they were in Gordon either. I didn't spot them. And they had nothing got to do, only their time yesterday. They didn't. I was led to believe that they were sponsoring stuff. They weren't. It was James Creighton from Creighton's Pub in Loughlin in County Roscommon, and Tom Gilligan. Tom has a horse called Loughlin that's in training with Willie Mullins, a 4-year-old, and that's who paid for everything yesterday. And they auctioned off for the heart section of the Mater Hospital in Dublin. I think it went 1,650, and that's who they all chipped into money yesterday for that, and that went to charity, like, you know. So, and then, you know, they paid for everything, Tom and James. So brilliant day out. Anyway, that's for me, over and out. Bash the bookies.